Everyone, my name is Aida O'Brien, and yeah, so I'm going to be doing you a presentation about my songs and how the meanings of them change with time. And so I'm going to just start off with a song here called "The Girl in the Blue Dress."
Oh yes, that's good. Anytime that we have some folks who want to sing, all of you.
Awesome. Girl in the blue dress, I can see that you are a mess, but I still love you best, and I don't know why. Maybe it's your gentle grace, you always seem a little out of place. You shy away and you keep your space, but you can fly. But I want you to know, and I hope that you can see, and I need you to realize that you belong with me. Hurt so many times, you always lie and say that you're alright, but you still show off your light and shine for me. I thank the stars in the sky every night before I close my eyes. I've never been to paradise, but this might be. But I want you to know, and I hope that you can see, and I need you to realize that you belong with me. This is for the girl in the blue dress. I can see that you are a mess, but I still love you best, and I don't know why. Maybe it's your gentle grace, you always seem a little out of place. You shy away and you keep your space, but you can fly. Whoa. Alright, so that song I just played is called "The Girl in the Blue Dress."
Yes.
So I wrote it for my friend Rebecca when I was 16 years old. This is one of several songs that are going to be on an album that I'm making this spring as my senior work at Middlebury College. It's an album about learning to love myself after years of avoiding facing my pain. By having love for myself, I can step into the love that others have for me. I've learned that this kind of love, although expressed in different ways, whether through romance, friendship, or family ties, never really left me, even when I was in my most dark place. It is unconditional and always feels like home when you return. Although parts of me have changed along the way, it's the same warmth that has been there the whole time. I was willing to give this love to others, but for whatever reason, I didn't feel I was worthy of receiving it from others. So I'm gonna compare this song, The Girl in the Blue Dress, and another song of mine with the music of one of my biggest musical influences, Jennie Stearns. She's a singer-songwriter from Trumansburg, New York, whose music I think embodies and shares the kind of love that I'm talking about. So I've discovered that many of the songs I've written were originally for other people, but now when I listen to them, it actually feels like somebody else wrote them for me. One example of this is the song I just played, which at the time was a song about unrequited love. I was Rebecca's date to her junior prom, and I loved her gentle nature and the kindness she showed me even though she was dealing with a really painful situation in her personal life. We couldn't figure out what we were to each other, and she insisted I not get too close because I would just end up getting hurt. I wrote this about a year and a half into our friendship during a time when we weren't really talking. When she heard it, she told me she loved me, but that we still couldn't be together. She said she didn't understand how I could keep being there for her even after all the hard times we had been through, and that we couldn't be together romantically because she couldn't stand to lose contact with me like you do with a casual fling. When I play this song now, it feels like my past self is beckoning to my current self to stop holding back and finally take flight. To realize my true beauty, and that is that there is someone out there who loves me regardless of what I'm going through. I'm currently starting a gender transition after finally accepting that the thing I want most is to be a woman. I've always wanted someone to write the kind of song for me that I wrote for Rebecca, but I've realized that I already wrote that song for myself. I've been reflecting on how my songs started as gifts to others, but years down the line they become gifts to myself. So the album is going to be a mix of both old and new material, all songs about accepting your light and realizing that you're already loved no matter what darkness you have found. It's about me coming home as a different person, ready to love myself, and therefore see that that others love me and never stop loving me. So a little about Jennie Stearns, the person who I think has influenced a lot of my songs that are going to be on the album. So I first saw her at the Grassroots Music Festival of Music and Dance in Trumansburg, New York, when I was 6 years old. And I've gone to that festival every year since then. I remember the first time I saw the Jennie Stearns Band in the Cabaret Hall, I felt like I was in heaven. I just started to play the guitar, and I wanted to be just like her. When we made it home after our first festival, I ran upstairs and shouted, "I love Jennie!" and then buried my head in the couch and sobbed for an hour because I missed her and her music so much. Her songs hit me really deeply with a sense of feeling at home, and although I've found new meanings in them as I grow older, that sense of home is still there. I think I did a similar thing with my song, Girl in the Blue Dress, to Jennie Stearns' song, Angel with a Broken Wing. Both songs are framed as encouraging a loved one to see their light and their beauty, but I think both are also about the author doing the same things for themselves. So I'm going to play you the first couple verses of Angel with a Broken Wing by Jennie Stearns, and I'll put the lyrics up there too, so please read along.
Should we make the lyrics bigger? Can you make the lyrics bigger?
Yeah. Aida, can you make the lyrics any larger than that?
You can just zoom.
I could, yeah.
Just I'd say
Yeah, that's better. Even bigger would be good.
big as it goes, and if we don't get them all, that's fine. We'll just get,
That's good.
then we can get a little
better.
bit more.
You're making our eyes younger.
Yeah.
The higher the font goes.
Cool. So I'll start it off over here.
Took a walk down the main street. Against me when driving with you.
a Broken Wing by Jennie Stearns. And I want to play you another tune by her. So now I'm going to do a reverse order. The first time I played one of my songs and one of hers, and now I'll do one of hers and then one of mine. So the next song I'm going to play by her is called Step Into the Picture. I see this next song as one more about familial love, about beckoning to someone who has gone through a hard time to step into the light and realize that no one is going to leave them behind no matter what. For me, accepting that people love me as I am has been really difficult and puts me in a vulnerable place. But these songs by Jennie Stearns break through so many of the barriers that I put up between myself and the ones I love. Her music has gotten through to me when nothing else could, and gave me the inspiration to tell my own story. What I felt in Jennie Stearns' songs as a child, and what I still feel now, is a sense of home and unconditional love that doesn't change no matter what you've been through. You change, so the meanings of the song change, but that sense of coming back home still feels the same. Step into the picture. Yeah. So I'm going to finish off with another song of mine that I think shares a lot of similar qualities and was influenced a lot by this song, Step Into the Picture. So the last song I'm going to play is called Come Back. I wrote this song for my sister when she was going through a string of hospitalizations related to bipolar disorder and drug abuse. During this time, it felt like our family was coming apart and I thought I was going to lose her. I was begging for her to come back and insisting that I loved her and I couldn't go on without her even if she had hurt me. I told her that it's okay to fall apart and that our love for her hasn't changed and will still be there for her when she comes home. 3 years later, I went through half a year being in and out of the hospital for psychosis and depression. At the time, I was repressing the fact that I was transgender and running away from coming out. It was the hardest thing that I had been through, and I felt worlds away from the people I loved. I started pushing them away and convinced myself that they hated me and that I had committed a crime. For whatever reason, my sister and I followed a very similar path. Now, when I play this song, it is as much about my recovery as it is about hers. Our stories are intertwined, and it feels like a tribute to both of us and our ability to pick each other up. A song can help you to return to a place of love when all hope seems lost. I think by writing Come Back, I let my sister know that it is okay to fall apart sometimes, and I planted a seed for myself when the same thing happened to me several years later. Writing songs about other people was totally for those people at the time, but hearing them now, they are totally about me. And that's okay. I planted seeds and cast them to the wind, not expecting anything in return, but they grew into something beautiful and are helping me years later in the way they helped the people I wrote them about. In this way, writing songs is both selfish and selfless. The way my songwriting has changed is that I'm reversing the order of how my love is shared with the new songs I'm going to write. I'm starting this time by writing songs about loving myself, and then hoping that a few years down the road, that love can branch out to those who listen and maybe see parts of themselves in my story. So I'll finish off with Come Back.
And one thing, we're going to hold the buses, so you don't have to leave, because we'll get through it. Yeah, but sometimes we'll get off a little early.
Oh, sorry.
That sounded good, though.
You're working hard, Pablo.
Yeah. Why can't you come back? We all miss you so. You fell apart, you were broken. Pick yourself up off the floor. Your mind has betrayed you, but your heart's still intact. Like a road will lead me home. Why can't you just come back? Come back, come back. I'm not the same without you. You burned bridges, you hurt loved ones. I could never live without you. Come back, come back. There will never be a day that I don't wonder how they treat you and hope that you're okay. Since the day I was born, you've been looking out for me. But now you're hurt and I'm restless. Can we live in harmony? The world works against you, but I'll be by your side. The path is getting brighter. In me you can confide. Come back, come back. I'm not the same without you. You burned bridges, you've hurt loved ones. I can never live without you. Come back, come back. There will never be a day that I don't wonder how they treat you and hope that you're okay. Why can't you come back? We all miss you so. You fell apart, you were broken. Pick yourself up off the floor. Your mind has betrayed you, but your heart's still intact. Like a road, you'll lead me home. Why can't you just come back?
Bravo.
Cool. Thank you so much. I'm happy to answer any questions you have about the album or about my influences or about the song. So just
Aida, one thing
Yeah.
I want to say is I feel like this is like a moment in history on a certain level. Like a few years from now, we're going to be going, oh yeah, that famous person, Aida. They came to Project. And I think your music's spectacular.
Thank you
Your-
so
your-
much.
Your musicianship, your guitar playing, your story are all pretty. I don't know. There aren't words to describe how wonderful it is. So thank you.
thank you so much.
Yeah, that song fits me to a T. I have had a long, long struggle, but now I know where I can be and who I can be.
I'm so happy to hear
It's a
that.
great appreciation just to hear that song.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
I have a question about your guitar background, because it sounds like times you've got a handle on blues, and then other times it almost sounds like classical, arpeggios and things. So what is your musical training that you're able to incorporate all these?
It's really a wide range of stuff. Like, I really love a lot of different folk music, country music. Like Jennie Stearns is one of my favorite artists. So a lot of the music that has influenced me came from this music festival, the Grassroots Music Festival in Trumansburg, New York, which has like music from all over the world. It's put on by this band called Dawn of the Buffalo, which they're my favorite band, but they're like a roots rock Americana, rooted in old-time fiddle music, but incorporating Zydeco and blues and jam band music and you name it. But I definitely have a solid background with the blues and bluegrass, and I also just got back from Madrid studying abroad, and I was doing flamenco lessons over there. So I think that's gotten into my playing a bit, but yeah. Yeah.
Now, do you have any places where you pay where you get paid for singing?
I do, yeah. Yeah, so over the past few years I've been playing at this burger bar that my dad runs in Springfield, Massachusetts, called Lux Burger Bar. So I play there every summer, and I would have like 6 or 7 gigs there. I've played at some wineries, different restaurants, and also different venues as a solo act and with bands too.
That's good. I like your music.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we should try to compel him to come back and play here, right?
Okay, Aida O'Brien, remember her name for the future?
Yeah, thank you very much. Wonderful.